Hello everyone, Wise Gamer here. Today I am playing the Stanley Parable, as it says right up here as I read that you are playing the Stanley Parable. And this is a really cool effect. You can see the computer inside the computer inside the computer inside the computer down there too. Stanley Parable, if you guys haven't heard about it at all, I think it passed through Steam Greenlight back in like 2012 or something like that, and it was finally released at the end of last year, being 2013. And basically I finally picked it up. It's only about 15 bucks on Steam, and really interesting game. I've seen a couple videos, but I haven't played it at all. I didn't want to ruin it at all. I didn't want to watch too much and ruin it either. The whole idea of the game is that you're a worker trying to get to the end of the story, and of course you're saying every single player game you're always trying to get to the end of the story. Well, this one's a little bit more challenging, so let's go ahead and start up, and I'll be quiet as we go through the initial cutscenes and stuff like that so you can hear the narrator. Okay, here we go. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was a little load screen here, but it should be coming up really quickly. Basically just says the end is never the end at the bottom there. But here comes the intro cutscene.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so it looks like I'm actually in the game now. So we are employee 427, and just kind of getting a bearing here for the sensitivity on the mouse. I might have to adjust that some, it's a little choppy. Then again, it's probably my mouse. But looks like I'm just hanging out here. Time's ticking away. My workstation. So I believe this game was developed by just one person too, which is pretty interesting. It's got multiple endings and stuff like that too, which I really like those types of games. And I basically can influence the ending that I get based on the decisions that I make. So let's get going.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So what I've been told and what I've seen is that basically throughout the game,
no matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So basically throughout the game, the narrator is going to tell me different things to do, like, oh, I just turned that computer off. Or maybe it just turned off because I can't seem to turn it back on. Interesting. Well, basically, yeah, so he just said I'm supposed to go to the meeting room, and you can kind of make the choice if you want to listen to the narrator or if you want to go forward and do other things. Seems like most of these doors are locked. I'm kind of on a set path right now, which I don't always like. Let's see. Oh, there goes another computer turned off, so I don't know if that does anything or not, but I figure I might as well interact with something if I can, right? Username access. Nothing really on there at all. I don't think I can go through any doors or anything like that.
Touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, so the narrator's got a little bit of an attitude. Sounds like he wants me to get playing here. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. I just like exploring things, so we'll get moving here, though. I really don't think there's too much to do
When
here,
Stanley
but...
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alrighty, guys, so this is the decision time. He wants me to go on the door on the left, which looks like it's just a hallway leading to the left. And there's also a door on the right, and I have no idea what happens if I go down either one. This is the first decision in the game, so if I go this way, I can't go through the window. I can't go back. Huh. Door on the left, door on the right. Well, basically I'd like for you guys to comment what you think my decision should have been on these different things, and maybe on the next playthrough I'll make the other decisions, because my understanding is that this is kind of like Groundhog's Day. You just kind of keep playing the same day over and over and over again. Let's go against the narrator. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, so there we go. We're going to the employee lounge instead. That's right, we're not going to the meeting room.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This narrator's got a little bit of an attitude, like I said, but pretty good personality. I guess we can just go ahead
Eager
and...
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, so now the question is, do I want to go down that way? It looks like I can go down that way and go straight to a meeting room. I can see the billboard, or, I mean, whiteboard in there. Billboard. And then there's something on the left there, too. I don't know if that's another path or not. There's also this area, which looks pretty interesting. I think I'll go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. That's pretty funny. Well, I don't like that all these doors change, but I guess I'm just going to keep going this way. I'm just going to defy what he says, because I don't like the narrator. Oh, there's a truck. Maybe I can get out of here. I wonder if I beat the game already.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
There's a door open down there.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
I'm going to drop down here.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Give you a chance. Oh, I'm gonna go this way, because that's the only way I can go now. Makes me wonder if I should have jumped down to that truck. I didn't realize I could have fell off there. I thought I might die. Wait, does it say danger everywhere? Okay. Door shut. Well, let's see what's down here instead. Not really sure what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm just kind of playing through the first time here.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Through the red door. What if I go back? Nope, just trying to make other options. Okay, let's go through the blue door. I'm just going to defy him this whole way.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Wait a second.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I walked through the blue door and I got teleported. Okay, this time
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
So somehow going through the blue door didn't work again. Let's see, red door, lots of arrows. Let's go through the blue one again. I don't know if I'm supposed to look behind me.
Go ahead, Stanley.
There we go.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
Yes, I
don't
do.
let me stop you.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, so I just have to say that it's pretty awesome that they threw in these developer textures. So, little known fact, this game was made in the Source engine, which is pretty easy to tell probably. But I actually used to work in the Source engine a little bit and was working on different games and stuff, and these development textures are very familiar. Left 4 Dead development package, stuff like that too. I used to make a lot of different mods for that, so this is pretty awesome. Looks like this door leads to an area that's not made yet too, but that may need to be for another time. So wrapping up here, we're hitting 11 minutes into the video. Don't want to get it too long here. I think this is going to be a series that I'm going to keep going on, the Stanley Parable. What's interesting is we have these doors on the left and right again, and I wonder if these are the original doors or if they're new doors. They kind of look like the original ones. But I also have this new path here that I'll probably go down, or I might go down the right path again. I don't know, but we'll have to find out next week what we do. So leave some comments below, tell me which door I should go down. We'll have 1 on the left, 3 on the right, and 2 in the middle. So door number 1, 2, or 3, leave a comment below and I will try to scroll through and see what the majority is. We'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you like it, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can know which door to go to, and you'll be able to see the decisions that fold next video. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you guys did like it, please remember to subscribe so you can see more content. We'll be doing an indie preview series where we're going to be reviewing different games, starting with Stardew Valley, which went through Steam Greenlight, still in production now. And we're also going to be bringing the next episode of SimCity, and of course more South Park Stick of Truth. So please subscribe if you like more, and I hope you have a great day.